how do you study the Bible if you're blind? Well, it is challenging. I'm not going to lie. So I do not use Braille as a blind person. I use my iPhone instead. And the text-to-speech software reads things out loud to me. Now, that's not just my text messages. It's not just my contact sheet. It's also the internet. So when I need to study a passage or I want to read something from the Bible, I will search with Siri that passage. So for example, I really like Esther. So if I want to refresh myself on the book of Esther, I will say search Esther audiobook, and I will scroll down until I hear a YouTube video, and I will select it and it'll start to play, and that will read Esther out loud to me, which is super great and super helpful. If I'm looking for a specific verse though, I will ask Siri for that verse, and then I will click like Bible Gateway, something like that, and it'll show just the verse for me. It really helps when they're listed one verse at a time. Then I can scroll and I can go through. That helps me a lot when I'm memorizing verses, to be able to go line by line, one piece at a time, because that's how I memorize. I run into a lot of trouble when I'm in Bible studies and there is a supplementary book to go with the passages that you'd be reading. That's really difficult for me because a lot of the time these books are not available in audio, and there is not a like a Microsoft Word or like document text style that I can open up on, let's say, an email. Usually it's just a PDF, and right now I'm not sure how to get the correct software like on my iPhone to read those PDFs out loud to me correctly. Recently, I just ran into that problem with a friend. She wrote a book that I wanted to read very badly, and there was no audiobook available, but luckily, because I know the author, she was able to send me like a Word document of it, and then my phone scrolled through with my finger rolling over the text. It read it out loud to me. Did it always pronounce everything correctly? No. Did it read it in any tone that any human would ever utter? Absolutely not. But it got me through. And that is difficult. That is stressful. That is frustrating when I want to keep up with a Bible study book that other women are doing. But you know what? I just have to be okay with the season that I'm in. I have to be okay with the limitations that I have on my body and my sight. And sometimes I don't get to do things the way that other women do. But my favorite ways that have been really accommodating for my visual impairment are podcast episodes. So I really like to listen to other women who study the Bible, share their experiences, or even listen to videos of Bible studies has been really, really helpful for me. If I can do it hands-free, if I don't have to manually look up a verse on my phone, if I don't have to find a book and a accessible copy for myself, it makes it so much easier. And then it frees up a lot of time for me, because then I can listen to a Bible study while I'm doing dishes. I can listen to a Bible study while I'm folding laundry, and I can just yell at Google to pause. It is so convenient. It is so helpful. And that is my favorite way to study the Bible as a visually impaired person.